Caving. It's a hobby that most of us will never understand. To the average person, the idea of crawling into a dark, suffocating crack in earth sounds like a death wish. But for the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, it's just another Tuesday. James and Edward are identical twins, known for pushing the limits of human exploration. They are professionals. They are calm under pressure, but even professionals can make one fatal mistake: trusting the cave. In a video titled Stuck Alone in a Cave, Anxiety Warning, we see one of the most inducing claustrophobic nightmares ever caught on camera. The goal was simple: push through a tight restriction to see what lay beyond. But as he begins to slide feet first into the narrow fissure, the physics of the cave start to work against him.
Whoa, there's like a whole stream bed down here.
Is there?
Yeah. Whew.
It doesn't open up?
No, it's gonna be a very grim stream crawl.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna send it though.
Alright, send it.
Yeah. There's something moving in the water over here. Oh, it's a giant salamander. Yeah. This is huge, man. Whoa, it's a berry cave salamander.
Passage is deceptive. It looks wide enough to pass, but as he excels to squeeze his chest through, the rock above and below him clamp down. He is now in a position that carriers call the coffin. He can turn his head, he can't move his arms to push himself up. And worst of all, he is alone in this section.
If I want to stand my head up, I can't. It just goes underwater. Oh my god. I feel like I'm gonna get stuck. So the reason I kept pushing is I thought it was gonna get wider, but as I'm getting closer, I realized it's an illusion. The water was just so calm and still above me that it was reflecting the ceiling off, and it just looked like a way bigger space. But it's continuing to narrow down. It's been like an off and on raining type of day.
To the panic setting in. It isn't the screaming kind of panic, it's a silent, primal realization that you might become a permanent part of the geology. He tries to reverse, he's stuck. He tries to push forward, he's wedged. A twin realizes that every time he takes a deep breath, his chest expands against the immovable stone, effectively trapping him tighter every gasp of air. The anxiety is palpable through the screen. You are watching a man fighting a silent war against the weight of the world. Several agonizing minutes, he is forced to calm his heart rate down, If he panics, he hyperventilates. If he hyperventilates, his chest expands. If his chest expands, he never leaves. Finally, through sheer willpower and contortion, he manages to inch his way backward, scraping his body raw against the limestone. He made it out, but the footage remains a terrifying reminder. In the deep dark, it doesn't matter how experienced you are, the cave always has the final say. In 2016, the YouTuber Exploring with Josh and his crew were trekking through the ape caves near Mount St. Helens. These are lava tubes, long hollowed out veins in the earth where magma once flowed. They are popular for hikers, but they are also pitch black and dangerously disorienting.
Just curious, why do they call this ape cave?
So in 1924.
Wait, can you say it again?
So in 1924. My brain just stopped. There were two kids standing on top of Ape Canyon, and they were throwing these huge pumice stones into the canyon. And unbeknownst to them, there was a miner community down there, and they looked up and they were like, "Why are these apes throwing rocks at us?" And for 60 years, they thought it was actually apes until 1984, when one of the boys was like, they came forward. 60 years later, I was like, "That was just my buddy and I, and now I'm an old man." And so in 1952, in the middle of them believing that it was apes doing it, there was a Boy Scout troop who really liked the legend, and they wanted to be known as the Mount St. Helens Apes. And their Cub Scout leader, if that's a Boy Scout thing, was Harry Reese, who was best friends with Lawrence Johnson, who almost backed his logging truck up into the mouth of the cave. So Lawrence Johnson found it. He told Harry Reese. Harry Reese was like, "Well, my Boy Scouts and I will go in." And they were the first people to explore and map the cave. So Ape Cave and Ape Canyon are named after the Mount St. Helens apes.
All right.
That is why.
You all had that childhood fear. You turn around in a grocery store, your parents are gone. Now imagine that feeling, but you are hundreds of feet underground. The temperature is dropping, and you don't even have a flashlight. The group was deep inside the system, joking around, documenting the exploration. But as they pushed farther into the silence, the mood shifted. They heard a sound that didn't belong in a cave.
If we had a couple spoons, we might be able to shiver our way more in.
Yeah, 'cause some spoons we need.
I can't believe we made it. Yeah, I was gonna turn back. I was like, no, we gotta keep going. But we made it to the very end.
Yeah, you never know what you can find.
That's sick.
And this is pretty cool. This
This
is like our own hideout right now.
This is our hideout. No one else would even come here, so this is definitely a secret spot.
We got
Our new secret spot. We have the secret beach, and now this.
Okay. Got it. Can I head back now? This girl doesn't have a flashlight.
Huddled against the cold rock wall, sitting in absolute darkness, was a little girl. She had no flashlight, she had no gear, she was entirely alone.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my phone actually.
English?
I don't know
You
if
speak
they
English? No English.
No?
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay,
Um,
come with us.
Hey Josh, do you see those the couple that was back there?
you wanna come
Can
with
you tell
us?
them their daughter's up here and she's scared?
They don't speak. She doesn't speak
She doesn't
English.
speak
They don't
English.
speak English.
It's okay.
It's all right. This is the way back.
It turns out she had been separated from her family and had wandered deeper into the void. When her light failed, she did the only thing she could do. She sat down in the crushing dark and waited. This is a true disturbing nature of caves. It doesn't take a monster to make them terrifying. All it takes is a wrong turn and a dead battery. If Josh and his team hadn't decided to film that specific tunnel on that specific day, nobody knows how long she would have been waiting. Now we're looking at a clip that sparked one of the biggest debates in the history of exploration YouTube. This is Frank from the channel exploring abandoned mines and unusual places, and he's doing something most of us would never do, testing out a new flashlight alone in a 150-year-old gold mine in the middle of a storm. Frank is deep inside the Waldeck mine. Now old mines are noisy, the wood creaks, rocks shift, and the wind creates these weird folds of the tunnels. Frank knows this. He's a pro, but at the 12-minute mark he stops, because he fears something that sounds way too much like a human voice.
The big cross timber, so they had to put big ones in here to hold up all of this rock. You can see right here where some of these boards are bending. Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind? I don't know if you can hear that on the camera.
Listen closely. It sounds like multiple people whispering at once. Frank tries to brush it off. It's the wind. He even keeps talking to the camera, trying to stay calm. But then the wind responds.
If you can hear that on the camera. Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but that's crazy. Don't know if that's a bird or I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So let's get out of here and head back out to the portal. That was weird.
The sound is high-pitched, almost metallic. Some people say it sounds like a woman's voice over a PA system. Others swear they can hear the words, "Come with us." Frank doesn't wait to find out. He realizes that whether it's a ghost or just a very rare acoustic freak of nature, he doesn't want to be the one to solve the mystery. Whatever that sound was, it was enough to make a seasoned explorer like Frank rethink his life choices. It doesn't matter if it was a weird acoustic trick or something actually hunting those tunnels. In a mind that deep, you're already on borrowed time. If the walls start talking to you, it's time to go. And Frank didn't need to be told twice.